Sir Tom Moore's family is back in the headlines. This time, it's reported his daughter was paid thousands of pounds via her family company for event appearances in connection with her late father's charity. Hannah Ingram-Moore helped judge award ceremonies, which heavily featured the Captain Tom Foundation charity in 2021 and 2022. Promotional clips suggested she was there to represent the charity, as she was the CEO at the time. But her fee was paid not to the foundation. Instead, it went to the Maytrix Group, a company she owned with her husband Colin. She's not yet responded to the claims, although it's reported she didn't seek approval from the charity's board before entering into the commercial arrangement. She's no longer running the charity, and a spokesperson for the trustees said they're running an internal investigation. Earlier this month, the family defended plans to build a spa complex at their home that they've been ordered to demolish. They used the Captain Tom Foundation name on the first plans for the building. The beloved Army veteran walked 100 laps of his garden during the pandemic, raising £38 million for NHS charities. And look, I mean, this raises so many questions. So many of us, as a result of the amplification of this story, because we were all at home, because the pandemic was going on, because it just became almost a symbol. He became a symbol of the most extraordinary and sort of like a brilliant way to do something out of a situation in which we were all despairing and you know, being concerned about pandemics and being locked up and all that sort of stuff. And look, what he did was incredible. I think what has happened subsequently just shows the danger that you have when huge amounts of money are raised, when you don't have proper governance, and also making sure that charities are doing what they're supposed to do with the money that comes in. And just because somebody's a daughter or a son of somebody who is, you know, the figurehead doesn't necessarily mean that they're all good.
I mean, I guess it got very, very big very quickly. And that may have been a problem for the family. But perhaps at that point, they should have called somebody in who knew how to kind of administrate something that large, because it's an awful lot of money.
Yeah. And in a sense, it should never have been a problem for the family, because the money donated was never for them.
No.
So there's a complete separation there. I just think it's so disappointing, because inevitably it kind of affects the way you feel about the whole thing.
Yes.
And you kind of think about how he would have felt to know that there was this controversy. It just makes you feel so nauseated, really, because so many people gave small amounts, whatever they could, to this amazing cause, and he was just such a figurehead. And then to have that image in any way sullied by some kind of impression of a grasping nature.
But it has been.
But it has been.
But also not just once.
But the 38 million that Sir Tom raised, that has gone to the charities. That isn't in question.
Yeah,
it's money that she's been making since, and her getting paid for gigs.
Yeah, but the spa thing was in question.
Yeah, but it's not now. The £38 million, the charities commission have said that was given out to NHS charities for the elderly. Yeah, the spa, yes, but that's not from the 38
But
million.
there's still administrative costs that have been taken out. There's still, you know, payments that were made, which I think, you know, we're going to find in the long run.
Yeah,
perhaps,
maybe they should
have
just shut it down.
Monitored.
I mean, maybe it's done what it needed to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
It should have just gone straight to NHS
that
charities.
Just end it now.
I think this is probably like potentially business owners of a certain standing in society who think, oh, this is a great opportunity we should capitalise on.
Yeah.
And maybe they shouldn't. I'm totally with you, Isabel. Like, old people stuff breaks my heart and I get really teary about it anyway. But what Captain Tom represented for us was just so personal, I think, to everybody. And it just, it breaks my heart. I just wish we could let this poor guy rest in peace and not have his name sullied.
They cashed in big time. Do you remember they had gin? His name was going everywhere.
That's
fine. They doing loads of stuff for Captain Tom. We say that's fine, but this all feeds into it. The money he raised initially, sweet.
Yeah.
He did it, and that went to some charities, great. After that, it was Sir Captain Tom this, Sir Captain Tom that, and then BA were giving them free flights to Barbados.
Like, that's okay. To take them away on holiday, that's fine. That's an old guy who's done a lot for a country and raised a lot of money.
And then caught COVID.
Getting a free holiday. But you say, capitalising on it and turning it into a brand just doesn't feel quite right.
And it just seems a big shame.
And building a spa, I think, is probably...
along with all the other things. Sadly, I think that has impacted significantly. Anyway, coming up.